Hey guys, welcome to Pages with Sidra. Today we are going to start episode 707 of I Have 90 Billion Licking Gold Coins. If you haven't watched the previous chapters, make sure to check them out on my channel. Now, without any delay, let's dive into the chapter. Chapter 1238, Why Are You So Foolish? Oh, damn it, Chen Yuan, you treacherous dog. You've made me suffer such an unbearable humiliation. I will never forgive you. Li Ju, the Holy Sun, was so angry he nearly exploded. He had thought that after breaking through to the galaxy realm, his strength would have increased more than tenfold. Facing Chen Yuan again, he was certain he could suppress him in front of countless witnesses. Even if he couldn't completely subdue him, at least he wouldn't lose too miserably, right? After all, he was now a genuine galaxy realm powerhouse, mastering the 5 elemental Great Hand Seal: gold, wood, water, fire, and earth, each at the first layer, fully comprehended. His combat power multiplier was considered outstanding among those of his level. But this time, with just a casual wave, that treacherous dog Chen Yuan had suppressed him. He didn't even have the slightest chance to fight back. He was once again crushed by someone at a lower realm. If he hadn't run quickly enough, he might have already been reduced to ashes under those flames. He had actually lost even worse than last time. Did he break through to a fake galaxy realm? Damn it all. And this time, so many talented geniuses had seen it happen. He had stepped forward to show off, but instead, his act had backfired. In the eyes of the holy sons of the fourth heaven, he had probably become a laughingstock. Thinking about how his attempt to show off had only led to being slapped in the face, Li Ju nearly coughed up blood from frustration. The prestige he had painstakingly built up had now become someone else's stepping stone. He couldn't accept it. Ah, dog. I will take back what I've lost today. You're only relying on a 7th-level civilization artifact to flaunt your power. Without that artifact, I might not lose to you. Don't get complacent. When I find an even stronger 7th-level civilization artifact, I will suppress you. Crushing people with equipment, what kind of skill is that? Li Ju cursed endlessly. Clearly, although he had been utterly crushed, he refused to accept it. Huh? This place is a comprehension ground. Li Ju's eyes widened. He hadn't expected to be so lucky, using a void shift talisman to randomly teleport and actually arriving at a comprehension ground. Not far away stood 108 domain god monuments. Each monument was covered in countless intricate markings. These markings were incomparably profound. Following their lines, one could almost sense the supreme truths of the universe's operation. From a microscopic perspective, they revealed the very structure of reality. So that's it. Comprehending laws is exploring the macrocosm, but mastering a domain is understanding the microcosm. Even manipulating molecular energy structures, controlling every shred of power in your body to transform decay into miracles. Absolute domain, absolute control. Beneath your domain, all beings are ants. Li Ju was overjoyed. He hadn't expected to reach the final trial of the 4th sacred land ahead of others. Without hesitation, he locked his eyes on a 5th monument and quickly flew toward the 5-element domain god monument. At this moment, Chen Yuan was walking toward Goddess Silent. Goddess Silent, why don't we travel together? That way we can watch each other's backs, Chen Yuan suggested proactively. All right, Xylan replied with feigned coolness. But inside, her heart was already beating wildly. She had been unsure how to approach him, but he had taken the initiative. I have here 10 red-hued fish pills. Take them. From what I can see, you've already reached half-step galaxy realm, and you're only 1 step away from a true breakthrough. These pills can strengthen your foundation and extend your lifespan, as well as improve hidden roots. For geniuses whose cultivation has risen too quickly, they have a remarkable effect. They might help you reach the galaxy realm. Chen Yuan casually placed 10 glowing pills into her palm. The sudden gift left Xylan completely stunned. No, I can't accept these. Red-hued fish pills are far too precious. Why would you give them to me? She asked, flustered. We fought side by side as comrades. You're also the first official commander in my Giant Axe Alliance. As your superior, I wouldn't treat you unfairly. Just accept them. He deliberately framed it as an official relationship. Of course, his actions were more personal, but he didn't say that out loud. This way, he could advance or retreat as needed, leaving room for future moves. Oh, I see. Then I'll accept them, Xylan replied, slightly disappointed, though she quickly regained her composure. Xylan, favorability +1, current favorability, 91. The more time she spent with Chen Yuan, the more she found his charm irresistible, not just his extraordinary looks and unparalleled talent, but an intense personal charisma that few female geniuses could withstand. All right, let's go, Chen Yuan said, walking side by side with her toward the bridge. They hadn't gone far when, from the direction of the ancient city behind them, a woman wielding a blood-colored divine spear went on a rampage, fighting over 50 holy sons at once. She was surrounded by rolling blood clouds, her killing intent towering like a mountain of corpses and a sea of blood. Alone, she fought over 50 top geniuses and wasn't losing ground. Almost all of her opponents were at least 8th stage star system geniuses, with 2 even at the 10th stage, joining forces to attack her. What's going on? Are they fighting? She's gone mad. She's attacking everyone without distinction. Let's join forces and cut down this demoness. That person, isn't that Sister Xingyue? Xylan asked in shock. Before her words had even finished, Chen Yuan took one step, crossing space instantly to the battlefield. Stop! Get away from her. You dare touch my people. With a slash of his fingers like a blade, a rift in space swept away every holy sun attacking Lan Xingyue. But in that moment, Lan Xingyue, her eyes blood red, didn't recognize him and attacked. Her blood demon spear thrust forward. This top-tier weapon of a 6th-level civilization carried an unstoppable edge, piercing straight through Chen Yuan's chest, skewering his heart. For a moment, the battlefield fell silent. No one could believe what they were seeing. The mighty boss Yin falling victim to his own closest companion? And that blood demon spear, its viciousness was legendary. Even the cosmic overlord body would die if its heart was pierced. Yet, even with his body run through, Chen Yuan didn't push her away. Instead, he held her tightly in his arms. Look at him. Even after being stabbed through the heart by the blood demon spear, instead of pulling away, he's enduring damage that could obliterate both body and soul, forcing himself to draw out the blood-fiendish energy from her body. This peerless genius is actually willing to risk his life for a woman? At that moment, every holy sun present was utterly shocked. Chapter 1239, Blue Star Moon Full Score. Yes, Chen Yuan was far too foolish, so foolish it made people's hearts ache. I've heard about Brother Yuan and Saintess Xingyue before. They're said to come from the same planet and have loved each other for many years. This time, upon entering the inheritance Holy Land, Brother Yuan forcibly fought for her to obtain the Blood Demon Venerable's inheritance. Later, during a great battle, because Blue Star Moon absorbed too much blood-fiendish energy, she nearly lost control of her mind. Brother Yuan forcibly drew that fiendish energy from her body into himself to help her regain her clarity of mind. This should already be the second time. And this time, the fiendish energy in Blue Star Moon's body is clearly heavier. Brother Yuan was also gravely injured in his heart meridian by the blood demon spear, yet he still poured all of his strength into protecting the one he loves. And now, he's even willing to stake his life. I don't know whether it's worth it or not. Perhaps this is what love is, to protect one person, unafraid of dying 100 deaths. I can't compare to him. Pitiful, admirable, respectable. Saint Son of the Flame Cliff let out a long sigh, filled with endless emotion. This scene had already left Huolinger and Long Yin staring blankly, followed by a strong feeling that Chen Yuan's sacrifices were unworthy of the recipient. It was infuriating and heartbreaking. He had already given far too much. Even the bystanders couldn't bear to keep watching. Looking at Blue Star Moon in contrast, she had never provided Chen Yuan with the slightest bit of help. She had almost always been taking, never giving. And now, she was about to cost him his life. They truly felt it was unworthy for Chen Yuan. Bitter, helpless, a mix of emotions. Why love such a woman? What has she ever brought you besides endless pain and harm, forcing you to endure the torment of fiendish energy every day? Why still risk your life for her? Can't you consider yourself, just once? For some reason, after learning all this, Huolinger suddenly felt a twinge of pity for Chen Yuan. Perhaps when he was climbing the Fire God Peak, It was the fiendish energy's influence that caused his temperament to change drastically and act recklessly. It wasn't truly his intention. No wonder the difference in his behavior was so great. Maybe I misunderstood him from the very start. Huolinger, favorability plus 10 current favorability, 60 points. At this moment, Chen Yuan, spitting mouthfuls of blood, operated the blood cloud swallowing heaven art, madly absorbing the blood chi power from Blue Star Moon's body. This time, the blood chi she had accumulated was enormous, more than 10 times greater than before. Chen Yuan absorbed while feeling a rush of euphoria. Such an immense quantity of blood chi would require slaughtering at least 1 million living beings. Blue Star Moon couldn't bear it, and thus went mad from inner deviation. Chen Yuan hadn't lifted a finger before, but now he was taking over more than half of her hard-earned work. It was like someone else had worked a whole month, only for Chen Yuan to cut 2/3 of their pay. Pure exploitation. And oh, how sweet it felt. As for the Blood Demon Spear's injury, protected by the eternal flame, he could be stabbed 100 times and still be jumping around. With 50,000 centuries of lifespan left, he could probably take 500 stabs. Very soon, under Chen Yuan's frenzied devouring, Blue Star Moon's mind gradually returned to normal. Then she froze. She could not believe it. She had actually harmed the man she loved with her own hands. In her grip was still the Blood Demon Spear. She had pierced Chen Yuan's heart herself. No. How could this be? Chen Yuan, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened to me. I couldn't control myself. Whoa. Blue Star Moon broke down in sobs, tears streaming like rain. Don't panic. It'll be fine soon. Chen Yuan patted her back gently, comforting her in a soft voice. It was only now that she realized. Not only had she gravely injured him, but even in that wounded state, he was still frantically drawing out the blood-fiendish energy from her body. He was sacrificing himself to keep her safe. Why? Why are you so good to me? Whoa, I'm not worthy of such devotion. Don't hurt yourself anymore. If something happens to you, I will never forgive myself. I'd rather die myself than let you be harmed in the slightest. Stop, Chen Yuan. Blue Star Moon wept uncontrollably, filled with regret. If she had known that climbing the killing peak would cause Chen Yuan such tremendous harm, she would never have done it. It was all her own overconfidence. And in the end, she made him pay the price. If Chen Yuan died, she would not live on alone. Blue Star Moon. Favorability plus 1 current favorability, 100 points. Ding. Target Blue Star Moon's favorability has surpassed 100 points. She has successfully advanced to full score devoted. Bound target has reached galactic 10th rank, with astonishing talent, peerless beauty, a supreme high-quality partner. Rewarding host with strengthening points plus 500,000. Ding. Host's current remaining strengthening points, 501,200. Shocked. This time, it was Chen Yuan's turn to be surprised. Blue Star Moon's favorability breaking 100 points had rewarded 500,000 strengthening points. That feeling of confidence instantly returned. Don't worry, I'm fine, Chen Yuan said gently, cupping her delicate cheeks with both hands. Name, Blue Star Moon. Appearance, 99 points, peerless beauty. Figure, 989 points, supreme allure. Level, galactic 10th rank, unstable foundation. Ding. Detected that Blue Star Moon's cultivation level has risen too quickly, causing an unstable foundation and a flaw in her mind. The host may spend 100,000 strengthening points to reconstruct her foundation, enhance potential, and repair mental flaws. Strengthen her system. Although 100,000 points was absurdly expensive, she had brought him so many strengthening points. Resolving her hidden dangers in one go was a worthy return. Ding. Strengthening. Strengthening complete. This time consumed 100,000 strengthening points. Host's remaining strengthening points, 401,200. Blue Star Moon had already been overwhelmed with remorse over her actions. But at that moment, a vast, majestic power surged into her body. This power carried unfathomable might. It not only erased all hidden injuries, but also repaired and strengthened her mind, stabilizing her cultivation foundation. It was practically a complete transformation. She fully evolved. The blood cloud swallowing heaven art became incomparably solid. Her strength also rose, reaching half a step into the galaxy rank, only one step away from truly breaking through. This origin baptism, foundation reconstruction, Blue Star Moon was stunned. Chen Yuan, already grievously wounded, had actually consumed his own origin energy, sacrificing his future potential just to rebuild her foundation. This act was far beyond just being injured. He was willingly burning his own future for her sake. That's it for today's chapter recap. If you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest manga, manhwa, and manhwa recaps. Got thoughts on today's chapter? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on the story. See you in the next one. Until then, keep turning the pages.